It shouldn't be hard trying to get into a relationship with somebody. That person either likes you or they don't. It shouldn't be a hassle. You shouldn't be going through hoops. You shouldn't have to scour the earth trying to convince someone to date you. If you're having to do that, leave them alone. Yeah, sometimes it does take a little bit of time to understand your feelings for someone. You don't just instantly just like someone just because they like you. It's going to take time for either one of you to really understand, do you really like this person, or are you just like their vibe, and it's not on like a romantic level, it's maybe just on like a friendship level. You just kind of got to take some time to figure that out, but it shouldn't take a lot of time. You shouldn't be trying to figure that out for months on months on months. So if you're trying to convince one person to be with you for a long period of time, you really just need to drop it and drop them, leave it alone, find someone else. Don't get fixated on one person because you're just wasting your time. There's so many people out there. Whether you believe that or not, there are a lot of people out there. And I feel like right now in the world, we're just very fixated on getting stuff instantly. And that's not how things actually work in the real world. Not really. It's going to take some time to find something that's really valuable, something that's really worth keeping. And that's including relationships. If you want to find the right person, you need to take your time when you're looking or searching. And sometimes the fact that you're searching honestly might be the problem. I'm gonna give you some signs to let you know whether someone really is kind of wasting your time or not. If you can't get their full attention, you need to let them go. If you have to beg to get text messages from them, or you got to be the first person to text them or start a conversation with them, you need to let them go. And I'm not saying like you always start the text message, but I mean like if you don't text them for like a day or 2 or 3 and they're not messaging you back and they're not trying to get in touch with you, leave them alone. They don't want to talk to you. If you try to meet up with them in person and they come up with an excuse to like leave or like go, leave them alone. They don't want to talk to you. I'll give you another example, like a real life example. You go to a club or a party or whatever, right? And you meet someone and you have good conversation. You get their phone number, telephone number, whatever, and you start messaging them and say it's the next day and they haven't answered any of your messages, or you are left on red and they've seen it. Leave them alone. They don't want you. Even though, yeah, it seemed like a good conversation. Obviously, if they wanted you, they'd be talking to you. It's not that hard. It's not a science to it. If someone wants you, they want you. If they don't, they don't. It's simple. And I know it feels like there should be a science to relationships, like people kind of make it seem like it's a science. It's really not. I either like you or I don't like you. It's that simple. Our feelings are that simple. It's very black and white when it comes to if you really like someone or not. Yeah, you can have some misunderstandings about your feelings. Like you might think you like someone or something. You might be attracted to a personality trait in someone. If they ghost you, leave them alone. They don't want you. And like I said earlier, there's so many options out there. And if you think there aren't too many options out there for you and there aren't enough options, then you're probably doing a couple things wrong. You're probably looking in the wrong places. You probably have really high standards and you probably need to lower your standards. Honestly, you might just need more time. You might be trying to rush it just because you see other people around you in happy relationships. Your process and your journey is your own. Don't compare it to anyone else's. It's not going to look the same. It's not going to feel the same. It's not going to be the same. Take your time and you do you. I know it sucks to like someone and they don't like you back. We've all been there. I've been there plenty of times. But don't let that person have that much control over you. Because once someone has that much control over you, they'll play with you emotionally and it just hurts even more. And it's harder to let that person go. So just cut it from the jump. If you feel signs of, oh, they don't really like me, I guess, like I'm confused, either confront them about that or just let them go in general and just find someone else. Because like I said, it shouldn't be hard to get into a relationship with someone if they actually like you. I'm going to give you 3 keys on relationships. Number 1, it should not be that hard to get into one if they actually like you. 2, if they're not trying to hang out with you, talk to you, and they're not giving you time and you can't get their full attention, drop them. They don't like you. And 3, there are plenty of people out there. And if you can't find them, you're either looking in the wrong place, you have really high standards or specific standards, or you just need more time. And that's it. Your journey is your journey. Thanks for watching, and don't forget your keys.